YouTube? It's the fire, and I'm coming back. I'm coming back, you guys. Um, so I've been going for like almost 3 years now. It's like 2.5 years I've been going. I think my last video I posted was like 2017. Well, um, when I stopped, I know I left like I didn't tell y'all nothing or whatever, blah blah. But when I stopped, I just finished my associate's degree in college. And I had went through like a little depression. Like I know I told you guys that I was gonna be like doing weight loss surgery, and I was in the process of doing all that. Well, the place where I was going, the doctor actually had like God, like I don't know, he stopped doing the surgery. So I was just like, well, fuck, So I went into a depression, and I've been diagnosed with depression since 2015, but I know I've been having it since a teenager, since a long time ago. Um, so I stopped. Then I went back to school. I went back to college for my bachelor's degree in business. So that's what I did. Um, and I finished last year. I finished in June of 2019 um, with a 3.74 GPA. I'm glad I'm done. I was like, well, I told I told Lance, I was like, babe, I'm gonna, go back to doing YouTube, or I'm gonna get a job. He said, well, just take a few months, chill out, see what you want to do, or whatever. Me personally, I see myself as like not being able to work for somebody. I just can't do it because I have a temper, I have an attitude. And if you talk to me stupid, I'm gonna get dumb. I will. I'm sorry. It's gonna happen. Um, so yeah. Also in 2017, like literally, I just started going back to school, and my associate's degree had just came in. Um, One of my good friends, Ashley, she had passed away, so that put me into like another depression, another big funk. Um, Fast forward to 2018, I had a really tough freaking class. I had like microeconomics, and like it like had got me going crazy. I had literally took a break from school. Like I took like I think it was like 4 or 6 weeks from school. Um, my daddy he came out here like March the first weekend of March in 2018. He came from Houston out here. Then about 2 weeks later, um, my stepmother called me and told me my daddy was in the hospital, and I was like, "What the fuck? What's going on?" And she was like, he might have to have emergency open heart surgery." And I'm like, "No, man, that's my dad. That's my dad. Like, that's my father. Like, so, I still had like I was like on my last week of school break or whatever. Um, so that was on a Monday. She called me. The Tuesday, I had to go to Baton Rouge with Lance, and then we had my mama had called me and told me that we was going to Houston like that afternoon. So then me and Lance had to leave Baton Rouge, and he brought me back out here. And then I met up with my mom, my brother, and some people that was gonna drive us out there. And we went to Houston. My daddy was in ICU from the Monday till I think the Wednesday or the Thursday. When we had got there, he had just they just had closed him back up from his second heart surgery because the first one the valve wasn't acting right, it wasn't working correctly, so they did a second one, and they left him open so they can monitor and make sure it's working correctly. um so I didn't get to see my daddy awake. Like he was like, yeah, tubes and shit, and he had this big bandage here. um so then when he got out of ICU, he still couldn't talk because he had what it was he had a stroke or two strokes. I think it was one what caused the illness. Plus his he had that, and I think a heart attack at the same time, like from the start, and then on the operating table he had another stroke, I believe. Um, then I want to say it was like sometime in April. I want to say, well, he called me for sure. He called me on my birthday. On April 15th, he called me to tell me happy birthday. He was able to speak, and then no, well, yeah, he did call me, but I think the week before that, we had went to Texas again, and he was actually in his own room, and I slept to the hospital that night, and then the next day my brother would spend the day there, and I went to my godmother's house on the other side of Texas, well, in Springfield, the other side of Houston. I guess I don't know where Springfield is. I just know that's where we went. Oh, Spring. I think it's Spring. I keep saying Springfield. I think it's Spring, Texas, or whatever. So my daddy got out. He went in the hospital March 19th or March 18th, and my daddy got out April 19th. Um, so he's good. He's come out here like what 3 times by himself so far. In the last 2 years, he's good. He's driving. He's been driving. I want to say since he was at the hospital, like 2 or 3 months after he got out of the hospital, he started driving. He's doing amazingly. Like he is doing really well. Then in May of 2018, my friend Keelan, the one that like kind of gave me that motivation to start doing YouTube, um, him and his mom had got killed in a car accident on May 26th of 2018. Um, I'm trying not to cry, y'all, because that was my dog. Um, I've actually shouted him out at least once in one of my earlier videos, like way back in the day. Um, and it hurt. It hurt. It hurt a lot. It still hurts today. Like, cause that was one of my best guy friends. Like, he was a really good, sweet person. Like, and he was so young. He was like about 2, 3 years younger than me. Let me see. I got his obituary right here. He was born in '94. So yeah, he was 3 years younger than me. He had just had a birthday in April. Um. So then yeah, keep going. Fast forwarded to December 2018. My uncle died. My uncle passed away. We still don't know how. They saying it was natural, but he had like bruises and stuff all over him. They found him in his camper, and like they said his camper was broken into, but my mama has that camper right now. And this is my daddy's brother, not my mama's brother. But my daddy lives in Houston. My mama lives out here, so she went and got the camper. And it's on my property in Cecilia. Like that's like what 7, 8 minutes from where I live right now. Um, and yeah, she's like that camper was not broken into. So whoever, if whatever happened, if somebody was in there with my uncle knew who that was. But yeah, so yeah, my uncle passed away. Um, and then last year, 2019 August, my grandmother, my dad's mom, his only living parent, she passed. She was 91. She would have been 92 in October. And that hurt. I never really cried. Like I want to cry right now just because I'm thinking about it. But like when she passed, like I knew. I went there in July. They called us and told us we should go and tell her goodbye. Blah blah blah. And so we went in July, and she was in ICU. She was actually in a facility that was supposed to like take care of handicapped and disabled or elderly people. And they weren't taking care of her. And like my aunt lives out here, but she went to Houston, and basically she said when she got there that like my grandmother was in horrible condition, like really bad. Like my dad and my uncle had went to the facility like a day or so before my aunt had got to Houston, and she was in the same clothes that they saw her in. And like my grandmother, like I saw her hand when I got there. Her hand was like my grandma was always a very tiny woman. My grandmother's hand was bigger than mine, and I'm a big girl. So yeah, her hand was huge compared to even my hand. Um, and like my aunt said that she had gotten so swollen they had to cut her clothes, her gown off of her. Um, it was bad. Like I wanted to go. I was like telling my sister, I was like, "You want to go take a ride, sis? You want to go take a ride? Let's go take a ride." She's like, "Why? Where you want to go?" I said, let's go to that facility. She's like, no, 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 you acting just like your daddy. I'm like, that's your daddy too. So, yeah, but my grandmother passed on August 8th. Actually, she passed like exactly a month after my stepmom's daddy passed. And like that, I think my daddy's still like really affected by that because my daddy was really close to him. He used to call him the old man, like, because that was like, his father figure. Because my daddy's dad died when my daddy was like 13, 14 years old. I mean, he had my grandfather on my mama's side, my mama's daddy, but like he wasn't as close to my grandfather as he was to my stepmom's daddy. And he would Mr. Reed was a really cool man. I actually when I went to my grandma's services in Houston, my daddy had gave me one of his fishing rods. Like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep that. And my dad's like, you better use it because he wouldn't want you to just keep it. I'm like, I'm gonna use it. I gotta get to some water first. I mean, they got a canal right there, but I'm not trying to fall in that motherfucker. I can't swim. But yeah. I'm coming back to do reactions, y'all. Another thing that stopped me from doing reactions is where I live, my internet sucks. It sucks so bad. I actually attempted to do this video like in October, but I uploaded it for like 4 days and it got nowhere. It got nowhere. So I'm doing this again. I'm using my webcam instead of my camera to see if it's gonna actually work. I got a little bit more of a setup now. My fiance, me and Lance got engaged last year. Y'all, we are engaged. We're gonna probably have like a very small ceremony. Probably go like to the Justice of the Peace or whatever. I don't know what we're gonna do, but I'm gonna be doing this full time. Um, he's working or whatever. But yeah, he got me a mic set up with like a little soundboard and headphones, and then he got me a mic stand and yeah. So I'll be back. I'm coming back. I'm gonna get monetized eventually. I'm gonna be doing this. Have y'all been keeping up with this Nick Cannon Eminem shit? Oh my god, y'all! Like it's so crazy. Um, Nick Cannon today is what January 13th. Nick Cannon did another song last night, or he dropped another song or album or mixtape, some shit he did last night, and he didn't diss Eminem this time, but he just dropped his name. Y'all see my guy over there minding his business, Eminem. The fuck? But yeah, I've been keeping up with everything though, y'all. Like I've seen the YouTubers going back and forth, like the music YouTubers, the gossip YouTubers. I've been keeping up with everything. I just haven't been doing anything or saying anything. You might have seen me in a few comments. I've been keeping up with Upchurch, with Screw, with M, of course, the dumb stuff with Nick Cannon. I've been looking at the gossip things with the R. Kelly situation. Been looking at the shit with Iran and United States. Been looking at everything. Been looking at everything. I'm excited for the new consoles coming out though. Y'all just got me that Xbox. I gave my old one to my daughter because she's always like when I'm playing the game, mommy can I play? Mommy can I play? I'm like I'm gonna get you your own Xbox. Like you're gonna have my old one. So I just got that one for Christmas for myself. Or don't tell her, but I said Santa Claus got it. But yeah, I got it for myself. Um, so yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna be doing reactions again. Um, I guess we can still do Tech Nine and we could do more Joyner. Like I haven't listened to like a lot of Tech and Joyner because like I'm like I know y'all like for me to react to them. So I like every time and I'm subscribed to them, but I don't listen. Like I'm okay. Let me not lie. I've listened to like the ones where Tech was doing the jail scene, the court scene. I've listened to those because those were fire. I'm sorry, I had to. But for the most part, I haven't really been listening to Tech. Haven't listened to Joyner. Um, I haven't listened. Well, I lied. I did listen to some of that ADHD. Well, it's not the album, but it's supposedly some singles from the album. I've been listening to some of that. But not Logic. I ain't gonna lie on that. I haven't. Logic is really not my cup of tea. Some of his songs, like he's like Logic is hit or miss with me. Like some of them, like yes, it's a banger. I love it. I fucking bump that bitch. But like some of them, like Logic, what are you doing? Um, let me see. I would like to react to some more Eminem to Eminem because I think the only song I have with Eminem is Speed 'Em, but I don't want to grow my channel off of just Eminem. I don't want to do that. And that's no shade to people that are growing their channel from listening to Eminem. I'm like, well, maybe I should, but like, I don't want to do that because I've heard damn near every song that's been released that he's made or that he's featured in, and even some that's like supposedly not released. Like I've heard a lot of shit. Like I've heard the stuff that is out there that but they aren't on albums. Like I've heard a lot of it. Like I can't give y'all an authentic reaction unless there's a video. Now, if there's a video that I have never watched, I'll listen to the song again and watch the video. But as for just listening to the song, y'all, I can't, cause I can't give y'all an authentic reaction, cause like literally my playlist is Eminem and Upchurch, cause I like Ryan Upchurch. He is a good ass country singer, a good ass rapper. I'm not so big on rock music, so it has nothing to do with his rock music. I'm sure his rock music is really good, but I'm like more of a early 2000s punk rock kind of person. I like my fiance, he does heavy metal. I can't I can't do that, and I don't know what kind of rock music Upchurch does. I might have to check it out one day, but it's not gonna be today. But yeah, I like different things that, like, I don't know, y'all. We could do different things. Like I could do some. Now we could revisit some old early 2000s punk rock, like My Chemical Romance, Panic at the Disco, Linkin Park. Yeah, we could. Oh shit, dude, we could. I know. I'm sorry, we could even do some Limp Bizkit. I don't know if that's punk rock or something else, but I know it's like something like rock or whatever. We could do Limp Bizkit. We could do Papa Roach. I loved. I think it was Last Resort. Last Resort. I think that was them that made that song. That was one of my favorite songs. We can revisit some of those songs. Um, Other than that, guys, y'all start leaving me comments on what y'all want to listen to. And I didn't want to make this video for y'all to feel sorry for me. Just know that I was going through some mental shit. Um, and I just needed a break. But I'm back. This is gonna be my full-time job. I'm gonna work for myself. Well, I'll work for you guys. Um, and it is what it is. Like, I'm gonna do merch eventually. Not right now. I'm gonna do merch. I don't have a slogan or anything. I just want to be my true, authentic self. It might just say "Defire." It might. I don't think it will. It's gonna probably say some inspirational quotes on it, cause I've been like my best friend Angel. She has like in her room where she does her homework, her schoolwork and stuff. She has like inspirational quotes all over the thing. Like, and I wanna like y'all could have shirts with that, and y'all could like feel like inspired to, we all go through things, and I just want to be an inspiration for you guys. Like, the things I was going through while I was in school, like it probably would have broke a lot of people. Like I didn't even tell y'all like everything. Like that's just like the most important hits. Like that's like in it was like my daddy got sick, killing died, then my uncle died, then my grandma died. It was just back, 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 back. Like I don't know how I did it. I don't know how I didn't do something to myself. I don't know how I didn't go crazy. But like I'm here, you guys. I'm here. Um, my daughter is now 7. I'm gonna start working on her channel with her again. Probably reviewing toys that she already has and like rating them. So like I'm gonna let you guys know if y'all got kids when y'all can start going to her channel. It's just I'm not ready for that yet. I gotta get this back down pat before I start handling up on hers. Yeah, and that's about it. All right, you guys. I'm gonna talk to you guys in the next video, which I'll probably be shooting right after this. All right, bye.